Hello, 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 everybody. Make sure that we are actually live here. All right, I think we are good. Happy Saturday morning, Saturday evening, or wherever time it is, wherever you're at in the world. So happy to be here with you guys. Thank you, everyone. There's already some wonderful people that are in the chat. I do see your request for readings. Hey, Anju and Aditi and Portia, Star, Liliana. Hello, hello. Hey, Bob. Anjali, Princess, is that Korzoj? I probably murdered that. I'm sorry. So thank you guys for already being here. I know it's 11 a.m. here, so I imagine it's afternoon and evening in some places where you guys are at. So I hope you've had a great day, a great morning, whatever it may be for you. I'm excited to bring messages of love from above today and connect with spirit. And I am very happy. 8 p.m. All right. Wow, 8 p.m. So where are you at in the world, Liliana? I know in India it's about 12 hours normally, and like Australia is like 17 hours difference. All right. Well, spirits already jumping. I was shuffling the guardian angel cards that I love starting off with, and let's check the lighting here. There we go. So this is the back of these cards. Oh, Romania, beautiful. And Botswana, very nice. And today's message is about manifestation, which is really great with that Mars full moon energy, with Aries tomorrow. Let's see. It says believe in yourself, trust your instincts, and follow your heart, for in doing so, you shall manifest all your heart's desires. The life you have for so long aspired to create will soon manifest. So I love that. Ah, very nice. Very nice. I always thought my father was a gypsy because, we moved around a lot. Like, I know he had gypsy blood in him because he was an adventurer. He always wanted to be going, and I love that. I don't know if that's a stereotype, but he did. He loved to move around to different places. Brazil, wow! Thank you guys so much for joining me. Can you believe the amazingness of the internet? We can all be talking all across the world right now. I just love that. Wow, beautiful. All right. Well, I do want to uh, respect all of your time and get you guys your communications from spirit. So I am going to jump in and let's see. So we have Anju um, Tiklakar. I'm going to murder names, and I do apologize in advance. And you just want a general reading. So I do want to pull from the Aboriginal Spirit deck here, and we are going to see what Spirit will have for you. And then Portia, you will be right next, and Liliana after that. Hey, Bob. I'm doing good. I'm waking up. I've got my coffee. It's all good. And you can definitely get a general reading. And the advice, yeah, we can do that. And then star, very good. All right, so we've got a list going. So Anju, let's take a look here for your general reading from Spirit. What would they like you to know today? What would they like you to know? Okay. Oh, nice. Surprise. Now, if you're someone who likes surprises, that might be good. If you're not, well, maybe you'll learn. So let's take a look here. And I'm sure it's going to be a good surprise. It says, when something unexpected occurs, we are surprised. And those feelings of a good surprise are wonderful, leaving you with tingly sensations. Because they are so unexpected, we're often humbled and thankful to have the experience. Surprises don't need to be materialistic. A surprise can be simply of an unexpected outcome that occurs, which impacts positively on a person or situation. It can be finding friendship, solace, and laughter at an event or in a situation that was totally unexpected. So, the card basically, the message is prepare for something wonderful to happen to you. It will come out of the blue and be totally unexpected. You feel it has been a long time since something good has happened to you, but you so easily forget the times when things were good and life was going well. You have been through challenging times of late and have forgotten how to enjoy yourself. Most importantly, you have struggled to see the positive sides of things, and this has kept you in the doldrums. When this surprise arrives, enjoy the feelings associated with it. Remember, it was not the surprise that you need, but more so the awareness and connectedness to the feelings that are associated with the fun of surprise. So I like that. Definitely beautiful, beautiful reminder of us to move from things being so serious and have some laughter and joy. Our actual natural state is unconditional love and joy and peace and laughter. And that's why sometimes when I'm reading cards and I feel this energy from the other side and they're like giddy, they're like it's a party over there. And so when we're asking serious questions, sometimes I'm trying to keep a respectful face, but I just to get overwhelmed too. And so I giggle sometimes at the messages, even though it's like, "Oh, sorry, your relationship is ending." It's like it. It's like they actually were telling me this morning. If you've ever come across, there's actually these online communities where you create characters, and there's these whole little, uh, you know, civilizations online where people have little character avatars and they walk around. I think there was even a movie, a couple movies around things like that. But people get serious on there. There's fights and people get married on there and they have relationships and people get mad and all this stuff. And when you tell someone else that, oh my gosh, this person's so upset because their online character cheated on them, you're like, really? And that's kind of almost the feeling of us on the other side. We see this world as this little game that we're all playing, that we're characters that we aren't really real. We're avatars going through these experiences, and that's kind of the way they look at it, which is kind of funny. All right, so that's for you, Anju. That's your general reading for today. Is they want to just let you know a beautiful surprise is coming, but it's not the surprise itself. It's about the fun, the excitement, the joy behind the surprise that they want you to remember that feeling because like you said, it's been a while since you felt that way. Portia, you are next. You want to know if you're going to have a permanent job this year. All right. Well, we're going to use the Wild Unknown Tarot there. Let's take a look and see what we got here. That's right. Happy birthday, Liliana. You're probably just a enjoy, another happy rotation around the sun. I usually tell people when it's their birthday, may your next rotation around the sun be more full of unconditional love, joy, laughter, and peace than you can handle. So many blessings to you on your birthday. All right. So, Portia, let's take a look here. Okay. Okay. Can you clarify that for me? Okay, thank you. Whoa, okay. All right. So, Portia, the first card that came out is the Fool card, which is about new journeys and a lot of newness. Um, you also had these 3 come out because I asked for clarification. I was like, "So is that next year, like the new year, or is this a new job this year?" And this all came out. So you've got this is the 3 of Swords, which is the expectations card, and that usually means there's expectations that aren't met. But you also have the Death and Rebirth card and the, Daughter. Yeah, the Daughter of Swords, which would be the Page of Swords. So what I feel is that, um, it there's this challenge for you to question your expectations because that Death and Rebirth, came out with that 3 of Swords, which is really about your specific expectations aren't going to be met. So it's like, I feel like it's not the kind of permanent job that you have in mind. And that Daughter of Swords is about new thoughts, new communication, new ideas. Uh, like, you know, so I feel like that's why they were like, let's clarify this because there are permanent jobs available, just not in the job that you have in your mind. So they're saying you won't get a permanent job this year with the jobs you have in your normal, you know, this is what my jobs need to be and have to be. There's jobs out here. And if you expand and open your mind and open your expectations and let go of all the supposed to and have to and need to and all that, there are permanent jobs. So it's like they're well, it's a loaded question, you know. So that is the answer for you with the permanent jobs. So if you expand and open your mind, and there are permanent jobs that are available, it's just not in your normal line of work or your normal thinking. So there you go. I like it. And then let me just move this over a little bit. All right. So Liliana, how did Ricardo feel about the message? And will you talk more in the future? Well, let's take a look here. I do want to go to the Spirit Song Tarot for that. Let's take a look. Thank you all you for being here. I appreciate it so much. If you haven't had a chance to hit that like button, it does help out my channel, helps more of my regular recorded readings get sent out and be suggested for other people. So I definitely appreciate that. And if you're enjoying the channel, you know, share the love. Tell your friends, your family, anyone that could use a little bit of extra Zen love or peace in their life. You know, a lot of the messages they bring through do help us move from a place of fear to a place of peace and love. So I like that. All right, Liliana, let's take a look here. So, how did Ricardo feel about your message? Okay. And will you talk more in the future? All right, that one came out already. So, the message that you left here. So, the magician is a kind of a divine masculine, um, you know, very fiery because he holds a wand, right? Energy. It's this energetic and not forceful. Forceful is too powerful of a word, but it's bold. Bold is a good word. It's like, yes, you know. And the Queen of Shells is, you know, the Queen of Cups, which is someone who is, it's all about emotion, right? And so it's someone who is in charge of their emotions, and it's very deep emotions because she's both ruler of water, and all queens have a extra dose of water, so she's double water, which gives her this intuition and this mystery around her too. So he sees you as both like a beautiful balance between divine masculine and divine feminine. It's like you have a really soft side, and you are nurturing and that, but also you don't want to mess with you either. You know, you want to it's respect that you have. And so he really, you know, after the message, that's kind of his viewpoint. He just sees you as this beautiful balance between those, Um, and the Queen of Cups usually has like the Ace of Cups, the chalice, the goblet in her hand. And so she's offering new emotion, heightened emotion too. Now, will you talk more in the future? You got the four of, whoops, wow, they're like bright and shiny on that one. There you go. That's a little better, which is the Four of Wands. And the Four of Wands is a very stable energy. That's drive, passion, inspiration. Sometimes means like events, like an event that you celebrate at a wedding, things like that, where everyone gets together to celebrate. So I feel like that's a very stabilized energy of emotion. So it's not like a challenging one, it's a very flowing one. So I do feel like you will talk more in the future. And maybe it might be at where you guys actually are at a party or a gathering where you actually see them. Or if you're not local with them, then it might be around a time where you have this joyful gathering yourself, because it's kind of trying to give you like a time frame of of when you might be speaking again. But a very solid, energy. So it's not like a woo, a night of wands where it's like movement, bah, bah, bah. It's a very stable, steady type of movement, which is good, right? Because things that explode fast also die fast. Things that are slowly built also don't fall away fast. So I like that for you. All right, we're going to continue going on down the road here. And let's take a look. So, Bob, you are next. And so you want a general reading. Let's see where we're getting drawn to. Actually, they went immediately to the Queen of the Moon Oracle. And you also want love advice between you and Nils and between you and Brahm. All right. We will take a look here. And then Star, you will be next. And then Anjali. So thank you guys all for your patience as I go down the list. I do go in order. So if you want a reading, one, you have to be subscribed to my channel, and then it'll immediately let you into the chat. And then just put your question. If you don't want to put your business out there, you can just ask for a general reading. Spirit will know what you're looking for, and we'll pull cards for that as well. So thank you guys as I work through the list here. Loving all of the energy. All right. Yeah, I didn't even think, Liliana. I haven't read anything further down, but maybe it's a birthday party, right? All right. So here you go, Bob. This is your general reading first. This is all about protection. And let's take a look here and see what this says here. So your higher power, however you describe this, is a loving and protective energy. You are loved and protected. Identify your fears. You can protect yourself better and trust in yourself. The affirmation for the card is, I am loved and protected. So you can write that down. As the lunar cycle comes to the last set of crescents, in this case, the waning ones, we know that the dark moon is close, and so is the fresh start of the beautiful new moon. Here is our chance to let go of our resistance, surrender, and let go. To do that with confidence, we may feel that we need some support from the universe or whatever you believe your higher power to be. That support can take the form of feeling protected from whatever might happen and helping us get the courage to release what needs to go. Witches and other pagan practitioners who use the lunar and seasonal energies are often asked to assist people with spells, techniques, and even talismans of protection. And these darker moons and the dark moon itself provide a great time to create and cast for this purpose. An easy way is to plug into the earth, raise that benevolent and loving energy, and turn to the four directions, asking each direction to shield and protect you in your endeavors. Then finally connect with the moon herself, with you as a conduit in the middle, brimming full of power and confidence. Trust in yourself to do what you need to do. And the companion stone for that is black tourmaline. So if you're into stones or crystals, those are things you can have around you just to enhance and magnify that protective energy as well. So I love that. And then we will look here. So love advice, and they're having me go to the Revelations Tarot. And I'm just going to pull just a couple cards for Nils and a couple cards for Brahm, and just let you know their advice for each one of those. 19, Liliana, really? I know it seems like it took you forever to get to that, right? Oh my goodness. I would not want to be 19 again. I am happy to be the age that I am. All right, so that's for the first one for Nils. And then for Brahm, you got 3. Okay. So for Nils, you did get the 5 of Cups here. And the 5 of Cups does represent, you know, allowing yourself to feel any disappointment in any of those unloving, unconditionally loving feelings, those that are fear, that are rooted in the, the fear of losing conditional love. Allow yourself to feel whatever those disappointing feelings were and all those, knowing that you also have that choice, the 2 of Cups behind, which allows you in each moment to choose what emotion you want to feel with an individual. Kind of feel like with Nils, it's a opportunity for emotional growth. It's almost like working out. It's like, this is going to hurt, but it's how I build muscle. And knowing it going in, it's not as ordeal because you chose it, which you have. Every individual that comes across our path is a divine appointment that we made with the upper higher realms when we were there. So I kind of feel like that's what they're saying is like, it's like, just know that there's disappointment, and they're not going to live up to what you are wanting in your heart from them, but it's okay. You can feel the emotions, you can feel the disappointment, knowing that in each moment you either have a choice between unconditional love or those fears of losing conditional love. And in any moment you can switch, and there's not a wrong or a right one. It's just one feels different than the other. And if you're tired of feeling this way, then you can choose to feel it this way. So I kind of feel like they're just saying it's a wonderful training partner. There you go. And then Brahm, sorry if I am mispronouncing that there. Yeah. So so that was the 5 of Cups, and with Brahm you have the Hierophant, which is also a 5, but it's the big 5. It's a life altering 5, which does take you to a higher level in a lot of ways. And um, with them, you do get both the 8 of Pentacles and the 9 of Pentacles. The 8 of Pentacles is like you're ready to move up to a new level in the outer world. And sometimes the Hierophant can also mean about a commitment, marriage, that's ready to move up to this new level. And I feel like the 8 of Pentacles and the 9 of Pentacles come in here. So that is a possibility. But the 9 of Pentacles also points you inward to find your wholeness and completeness within. So there is this kind of message that in moving up in the outside world, you do have this inner journey and this inner search with Brahm that does take you to a new level in your spirituality, but can also lead to, movement and more fulfillingness in your outside world, but it's coming, the fulfillment comes from what you're getting within from that relationship as well. So, I kind of feel like they both are. I mean, any relationship is learning and growth for us, but I feel like the nils is like here in the United States they have CrossFit is I don't know if you guys are familiar with that, wherever you guys are at, but it's an extreme working out, where you can almost get injured if you don't, I've had friends that have done it. And I'm like, that's okay. I'm too old to have broken bones and pulled muscles and all that. You do that. You guys enjoy it. And I feel like that's Nils, and Brahm is more of a wonderful walk in through nature. That's up and down. You still get exercise, you still get it, but it's a different type of um, journey there. So that is what they have for you, Bob. So hopefully that helped. But we will continue moving on here. So, Star, you want to know, should you go on a date with Leonardo? I kind of want to go to the Radiant Rider Waite for this one. And then Anjali, you'll be next. All right. Okay. So let's take a look here. Should you go on a date with Leonardo? What? And then, of course, there are no shoulds. There's only coulds. And so what we ask is, if you go on a date with Leonardo, what advice do they have for you, right? Okay. So the first card that came out is the Four of Cups. And the Four of Cups, of course, cups are about emotions. And these are the normal people that you maybe have dated or gone on dates with. And this is being offered to you, right? So this experience. And you also have the Six of Wands here, which does represent victory and a positive kind of outcome. While at the same time, you also have the Strength card here, which the Strength card is about, and it kind of goes in coordination with this too. It's like they're saying you can, and it'll be a nice time and all that, but they're really kind of pointing you back to your inner love too, because the lion is your human side, and your human side comes down and it's hungry, right? And it's told to drink and eat from these cups here. And this is the cup of relationships, and this is the cup of situations like jobs and education, social status, circumstances you can get in. And this cup is things, your body, possessions, bank accounts. And when the lion goes and drinks and eats of all those, it's not satisfied. It's still hungry on the inside. And it gets where it's hangry. It's hungry, angry. It's roaring in the jungle. And the higher self, sorry for the glare, higher self, of course, is aware of you. You might, in the beginning, we're not aware of our higher self. And so we are desperate because we feel we're alone here. But then our higher self comes down, and because it hears its human side, us, roaring, and it doesn't come down to take us and put us out of our misery or cage us to keep us, other people, safe from us, or to try to manipulate us and train us to be who it wants us to be, because it knows at our core what we are really searching for is the unconditional love from above. And it's very convenient that our higher selves are made of that unconditional love. So our higher self comes down and hugs our lion, gives it all this love, and it transforms from this roaring lion to a curring little lion cub sitting in the lap of our higher self, feeling this wholeness and this completeness. And it doesn't take off and leave us then, now that our lion self is aware of our higher self. They walk hand in paw through life, feeling this wholeness and this completeness, not looking for its sustenance out in the outside world. Everything else in the outside world becomes above and beyond extra. So I feel like They're saying you could go on a date with Leonardo, and it will be a nice time and all that, but it's not going to be fulfilling like others, because what you're really searching for is that Ace of Cups, which is the love from above, that of which your higher self and the higher realms are made out of. So if you can do both. You could go on the date and enjoy, this nice time that you'll have, but it's like, don't cheat on yourself with others. Find the love that you're looking for inside of you, and then enjoy the above and beyond that everyone else on the outside world would bring you. So that's what their advice for you is, Star. I know. I wanted a yes or a no, and they're like, nah, it's not simple. Not simple today, which is great, because if you got a yes or no answer, that means that you are still in your loop. You're not ready for something more. But when they give these types of messages, it means you are ready to move to a new level in your life, which is great. All right. So, Anjali, how will your future spouse personality traits and zodiac sign? All right, let's see what they're able to give to you with that. I do want to go to the Tarot of the Magical Forest for that, and we will take a look and see what they have to say. And then Princess K, it's just so I don't murder your name. What you will be next. All right. And then Aditi will be after that. All right. So let's take a look here. What would you like Anjali to know about their future spouse's personality? Okay. All right. And then what can you tell us about the zodiac sign? What would you like them to know? Okay. Okay. All right. So I want to start with the zodiac sign first, because I laughed, and I don't want you to be distracted by that, because you got two fours here, which is stability, which I like. But the Emperor is a very strong individual, and you got the sword suit, the air suit. So that's going to be either any of the air signs. They're gonna not be more specific than that. It's either Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra is going to be their sun sign, is what they're saying here. But they are a very solid, strong individual, because that was two fours. Fours are like a huge table with four legs on it. It's a very solid, stable thing, which is great, right? We want stable people. And and then the other is pretty funny too, because when we're asking for their traits, you've got 8, 9, 10. So they're also, which makes sense. I know I'm a Aquarius sun, so I know about, we like things in order. But they do have a lot of energy, so they might have a lot of fire in their chart too, because they've got a lot of energy, a lot of movement in their life. So they do have that, which makes sense with the Nine of Cups, because that's like wish fulfillment kind of energy. So they have this energy, they get things done. And with the Wheel of Fortune card, it just shows that they take their fate into their hands, because the Wheel of Fortune does, tell us that we have all these events that happen in our life, and we are the ones that choose what it means, and we're the ones that choose what emotions we feel as we go through it. And with all three of those cards, it's saying that they take that power of choice and they make things happen. They've got all this energy, they have these wishes and these things they want to accomplish, and they do, because the Wheel of Fortune also means they're very fortunate. So they have that stability without those two fours too, all comes in. So a very solid foundation in their lives, and they go get after things that they want, and they achieve them, and then they go after more things and they achieve it. And just a very vibrant individual. That Eight of Wands can just be this presence of energy, when they walk in a room. So I feel like they, especially with that air signs, they can be appear sometimes like they're all over the place. I know that energy, the air energies, because air is everywhere, but it also is absorbing things all over the place. So they're very intelligent, very aware, and they're able to really, um, get things done and are successful. Is the really the word overall, right? So very good. I really like that because that I think is what we would all want. So good stuff coming in there for you, Anjali. So that's what they have for you right now. And we are moving on here to Princess K. You want to know, does C know that you're interested in him? Uh-oh, let's take a look here. And I do want to go with the Spirit Song Tarot. So let's take a look. See what they have to say. Dale, you forgot what it's like to have fun. All right, let's take a look here. Okay. So we got the Four of Swords here, and asking your question here. If C knows that you're interested in him, and the Four of Feathers is the Four of Swords in the Standard Tarot, which is about our mind, our thoughts, and it's stability, stable mind, and it's like peace of mind. So I don't know. The sleeping bear here is telling me uh, that they don't. I feel like they're just like, I want to say oblivious, but they just don't take subtle. They're like in this peace of mind. I kind of feel like they're this person that's like, hey, everybody, and da 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 da. And they wouldn't know that someone was flirting with them. They're like this, like they say, the bear is sleeping. They're like, huh? Like, you've been hibernating in your cave. Don't you even know what's going on outside your cave? And that's kind of energy that I feel like they're just oblivious and they don't take subtle. Like, it's almost like you have to go up to them and go, "Hey, I like you," and then they're like, "You are?" And it's like, "Yes." My God, haven't you been noticing everything I've been doing? So I feel like they don't, and it's going to take something that very direct, without any mind reading that they need to do, because their mind is at rest. Their mind is not out here whoop 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 picking up all the stuff that you're putting out and the hints that you've been giving. It's like, no, got to be very bold and forward with it. So there you go. That's funny. And I know it's scary. I don't want to put myself out there, but isn't it, what we fear being rejected? We fear, what if I ruin it by, asking? The only thing you're ruining is all the energy that you're putting into a hope for something that's not going to result in something, right? So if you share your feelings and they don't feel the same, then you can stop investing energy there and open that seat to someone else who is open to it, right? So I like it. So don't fear. Just this day and age, if we're not living, we're just existing, and uh, it's time to live, 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 right? Right. That's what, COVID, when it hit, did for me. I was with a company for over 20 years, in different positions all over the place within it. And when, COVID hit and people started, passing away from it, it really was a big eye opener for me because I wanted to share spiritual stuff full time, but I was like holding back because I was scared, right? And I'm like, wait a minute, what if I, get sick and I die in a week? No, I'm tired of just existing and fearing. I'm like, I'm going to live life, for as long as I'm here, I'm living life. And I kind of feel like that's this energy in its age of Aquarius. It's like, don't do things the old way, do things a new way and live. So that's my little message today. All right, let's keep going here. Thank you guys for your patience. All right. So, DT, I think you were next. Yeah, there you are. Scroll down a little bit here. All right. So, an angel message for your current situation. I do have the angel and ancestor oracle. So, let's pull from that and see what they would like you to know. Oh, very good. A little more shuffle here. Hey, Rockstar. Welcome, welcome. Love you too, Liliana. Hope you have a great, great birthday. All right. And then Alicia, you will be next. All right. So, Aditi, angel message for your current situation. Okay. So, you've got the water guardian who's recommending that you connect with your emotions. So, let's take a look here and see what the water guardian has to say. Maybe. There she is. All right. So take time to understand how you really feel. Know that your sensitivity is not a curse, but a gift that allows you to receive and understand messages directly from your soul. Water is the element that is in your blood, your tears, and your flesh. The water guardian represents the angels of water who can help you dive within to understand the depth of your emotions. These angels are all about helping you see that your emotions aren't just the feelings that are on the surface, they are also the old emotions you may have locked deep within the shadows of your soul. Through helping you acknowledge your deepest emotions, the angels of water help you to hear the messages they have for you and to unlock your intuitive powers and the energies of abundance. Your angels want you to know that it's okay to feel the emotions that are surfacing in you at this time. It doesn't matter if they are joyous or sad, they are all powerful messengers that allow you to understand what you want and need. Taking time to breathe and acknowledge them lets them flow through you rather than crashing down on you as an overwhelming wave. Note that there are also intuitive psychic messages arising in you at this time, and unless you acknowledge everything as it comes up, you may miss important guidance that can lead you to support and love. Beautiful message there. So, DT, it is talking about getting into the, your emotions and into the subconscious and all those things that are below the surface, because there are it's like your little inner child, our emotional inner child, the one that's like 7 years old and younger, gets stuck in the cellar in the basement by our mental child because it wants to fit in. It's becoming aware, these things, I can't feel these emotions to fit in, so it goes down into the cellar you go, and it locks the little emotional child in the basement. So it still has all these charged emotions, all the stuff that it wants to express, but it's down underneath there. So it's about getting in there and understanding what these emotional messages and messengers are that are coming, because if we don't listen to it, it'll send messengers from the outside world into our vision to get the messages to us. So, I love that message for you, because it means you're on the precipice of a great emotional transformation, which will open up so much for your life. It's like you're tired of feeling a certain way, sick and tired of feeling sick and tired. It's like you're ready for a change and you're at this precipice. So I love that for you. So blessings to you. If you are looking for guidance on getting into that, a good book that I mentioned probably every reading is The Presence Process by Michael Brown. It's an amazing book I just read this year that I've been doing a lot of shadow work for decades, but that helped me even get into the basement of the basement of the basement, and beautiful, beautiful things released. So if that resonates with you, you can check that out. All right. So we're going to continue going on here. Thank you guys again for your wonderful patience and for any thumbs up that you want to give on the videos here. It does help out the channel and helps messages spread. So thank you so much. All right, let me just make sure I'm not missing anyone. Okay, there we go. So Alicia, you will be next. Let me just scroll. And Alicia, you want to know, will Jonathan ever reconcile with you and move in with you? All right, let's take a look here and see what they want. They do want the radiant rider weight for this. We'll take a look at that. And then Angelina, you will be next for an angel message. I love that. All right, Liliana. Wow, I'm so glad. I love your energy. All right. So, Alicia, let's talk about Jonathan here. 1, will you ever reconcile with him? Okay, so those are those 2. And then, will you move in together? Will he move in with you? Okay. So, you have the King of Pentacles here, but you have the Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands represents new passion, new drive, new. King of Pentacles shows that you are finding your wholeness and your completeness within yourself, and this new passion, this new drive, this new adventure makes you feel that way. It brings this wholeness and this completeness, because that's one of the big things that the King of Pentacles learns. It's actually the Four of Pentacles journey, which is about having looked at their worth and trying to find it in the outside world. They found it to be unstable out there. People changing and passing away, and situations never staying the same, and bodies and things breaking down, deteriorating. It's like all that we're told to base our worth on is like, the storm that's going on. Like, yeah, if you want to feel like this, like one day your worth is up here and the next day your worth is down there, that's what we do. And we're like, oh, is that all I have? But then you eventually turn inward and upward for your foundation. So with all of that, this is like you're finding your worth within you, but it's not, you won't reconcile with Jonathan, because he's done what he's needed to do for you in your life. His mission is done. There's new love, there's new passion that will come into your life. And when I asked if you'd move in together, the message of 3 of Pentacles came in here, which is all about staying true to your authentic self, which for me would mean that don't move in with anyone. Don't move in with anyone. That's what they're saying. Just don't. Stay true to you, because it'll take you off of your being the authentic you, and you'll try to be who you think they want you to be. And I kind of feel like when you go into your own place, you drop your filters, you drop your shields, and you can be you. But when you go out in the outside world, it's like, so you need this place where you can be you for a while. I don't say like never, ever, ever move in with someone, just until you get that foundation inside where you feel like you can be yourself always. Then you need that resting place so that you can be you, and that you don't have to put on airs. And the only time that you can be yourself is when you're in the bathroom with the door locked. It's like, no, you need to have a place where you can be yourself in your little temple, your little cave. So that's their messages for you, Alicia. All right, Angelina. I was going to call you Angel. So yeah, Angelina. Oh, so let's pull from the also the Angels and Ancestors Oracle. Let me just take a quick sip here. We'll see what they have for you. Hey, NC. Hi, you'll be next. And then Bob, you will be after that. Hey, you know, why not? Why not ask if we have access? I always say, ask as many questions as you guys want. All right. So, Angelina, what do the angels have for you today? Okay. So you got the water guardian too. And actually, when that water guardian came out, I was thinking, oh, you both have an angel, you both want an angel message, and here it is. And I was going to say, this is for both of you. So the what I read with the water guardian is for you too. You know, going into your heart and your emotions and going deep and understanding yourself. And you might even have, when I was reading that, go, oh my gosh, that's for me too. But let's take a look here and I'll see if they want to add anything in there. Because I feel like it's twins, you know. I have twin nieces, and it's like when you always buy them the same thing, I go, how disappointing. You know, buy him something different. Okay. So you also have bask in your joy and light. So I love that. We'll read that one too. And I kind of feel like also Aditi, if you are still here, um, that you can also partake of this. So, Angelina, if you didn't hear Aditi's reading for the Water Guardian, rewind to listen to that one too, because these are for both of you. I kind of feel like you guys are twinsies. I don't know why, but you both get to use both cards for each other. So it says, rise up, open your wings, and shine. Bring your projects and plans out into the light, into manifestation. Summer has always been recognized as a time for joy, for going on adventures and making memories. Flowers are in full bloom, animals are enjoying their freedom of the wild summer days and nights, and people are taking holidays, basking in the sunshine, and being lifted energetically by the light and warmth. This is the perfect opportunity for you to enjoy the fruits of your labor. Light has come to banish the darkness. Clarity is arriving too, allowing you to know exactly where you are and how you can move forward. Angels and ancestor guides are encouraging you to enjoy this moment and not to rush forward, because this is a time for pleasure, enjoyment, and expansion. There is a great chance that you have extra energy, creativity, and inspiration at this time. Notice what is coming to you, as it is inspiration directly from the divine. When the summer card arrives, uh, well, in the future position, which we didn't have past, present, future position, but it can also indicate that the coming summer will usher in important energies with regards to whatever your questions or intentions are. And I kind of feel like too that, of course, summer is sun, and the sun card in the major arcana of the tarot represents Leo energy, and it also represents child self. So that does mesh well with that water guardian, about that, what we were talking about before, about getting in and paying attention to that child self that's in the cellar, that emotional being of ourselves that wants to express itself and be held and get that unconditional love and unconditional attention and unconditional acceptance from our older self now. So I really like that for you. So that is your angel message, Angelina. And we will go down here further. All right. So NC, let's take a look here. May I ask how the conversation with Charles goes today? Yeah, let's take a look here. I do want to go to the Tarot of the Magical Forest, and we'll see what is going on there. Thank you guys for all your patience as I do move through the list. I do go in order, so You can kind of see where you're at on the list as I'm going down. If you scroll up on the chat, you're like, oh my gosh. But you can always watch it on replay too. Like if you have to go before I, get to the bottom there, then you know, know that it'll still be there. And I have a playlist called, did I call it live readings? I think um, that you can find it in there. So NC, how will the conversation go today? Okay. Anything else? Okay, no, these two. So let's take a look here. So you've got the Knave of Wands, which is the Page of Wands. There we go. And that is new energy, new excitement, new kind of passion, excitement, energy that will pop up here. And you have the King of Pentacles. So the King of Pentacles is a good card. It is if I can get it to focus, there it goes. Like I was just talking about a moment before about the King of Pentacles, about finding your worth from within. And it is abundance card. It is this feeling whole and full in the outside world, in your relation to the outside world. So with both of those cards, those are both positive cards for that. So I really feel that there's going to be this energy that comes in there for you guys. But you are, you coming out of that are going to feel like really have some good, great energy and just feel like life is good. It's just like this joy. So I feel like your conversation is going to go well. So it's a very bright card, two cards. So I like that for you, NC. All right. If you have any more specific questions that you want to ask, you can pop them down below. I'm going to keep on going down the list here. And so, Bob, I'm glad you feel that the advice from above is useful, because that makes my human happy. So let's take a look here. I do want to use the same deck that I was just using. And advice about work, job, and business. So we'll take a look at that. Hey, Nicolette. Hello, hello. Rockstar, you will be next after Bob's question here, and then Nicolette. Hey, Deb. Debbie, love and light to you too. Thank you so much. Rena, greetings to you. Hello, Sumya. All right. So, Bob, okay. Wow. Boom, boom, boom. Advice on work, job, and business. So you've got the Four of Swords, which is about peace of mind. It's also about letting these expectations go on the wall. You're laying and resting on this Ace of Swords, which is about higher knowledge, connection to those truths that are of unconditional love. But those three swords are, the heartbreak cards or the disappointment card, because expectations equal disappointment. But it's like you're saving them on the wall, going, okay, this is what I need to expect. So when I wake up in the morning, this is what I expect. And I feel like they're saying, in regards to work and job and business, is to let go of your expectations. Yeah. Yes, Bob, you are ready to let go of those expectations, because it is exhausting you, it seems, huh? Trying to live up to all these things, trying to make all these things happen. Those supposed tos, those shoulds, those need tos, those have tos, those musts, all those rules of life. Oh my God. Stick a fork in me. I'm done. That's kind of what I feel like where you're at. And you have the Two of Cups popping up here again for you. So they are saying every area of your life, you do have this power of choice, that what emotion do you want to choose in each moment? Is it going to be an emotion of highness, of up above, or is it going to be of the fear of losing conditional love and not meeting up to, all these expectations that you feel are really betraying you and stabbing you in the back, right? It's a good card though, because 10 is endings and new beginnings. So this means, like I said, you're ready. Stick 10 knives in me, I'm done. It's like, ugh, I just can't take it anymore. And you also have the strength card here. So you probably heard me telling about the story of, this is your higher self and this is your hungry lion trying to find its sustenance in the outside world. And it's like, it's going to be disappointing. All those, swords on the wall, all those areas are where the lion is told to go eat, and it just doesn't do it. And I really love how they showed this one here. Let's see if I can get it to focus. Look at how loving that is. Your higher self giving your lion self such a beautiful, full of love hug, giving you all the unconditional love that you're really searching for on there. So overall, the advice they have is like let go of the expectations and all the pressure you're putting on yourself in regards to all of that, and become connected. Really focus on your inner love, connecting to the higher realms, and it clears away so much pressure. You can just take a big breath and wow, I don't what am I worried about? All this stuff I can't control out there. The only thing I can control is my power of choice. What story am I going to apply to any situation in each moment, and what emotion am I going to choose in each moment, right? And um and I love that for you. Yeah, I don't have anything else to say. I thought there was going to be something else, and it was just like, nope. It just was ending. So period. There you go. I think you have some other question down below, so I'll get to that there in a moment too. All right, rock star. How will things be for you at work for the rest of the month overall? Well, let's take a look here. I do want to go to these everyday tarot, and we will find out. And then Nicolette, you will be next. One more time. All right. So how's work going to be for you, rock star? Overall. Okay. So they did want those two. What else? Anything else? Okay, yeah. Wow. So the first card that popped out is the Hierophant card, which is a card of change, and it can be a movement up too in like knowledge. So I feel like because you also have the Judgment card here, which is all about double endings and double new beginnings. It's normally a calling to your higher self. And I feel like you're being called to higher knowledge in something, whether it's more training or opportunity to learn something, or, take classes, or just knowledge in general, because you also have the Seven of Cups, which is the cup of emotional choice. And I feel like you're going to have this opportunity, there it goes, to choose from different types of experiences. So I kind of feel like there's going to be this, like, I want to say a shaking up, but like it's like you're on this path, right? And it's been going like this for a long, long time. And they're showing me like if you ever drive on a freeway and then you hit LA, there's like suddenly seven exits, and you're just like, what? Whoa, slow down. Which exit do I want to take? Which one's mine? Because it's like splits off into this busy, busy, busy thing. And I kind of feel like that's what's going to happen before the end of the month, that there's going to be this all these exit ramps, and that the freeway splits off into seven different directions, that you can't keep going on the same freeway. Like it's like it splits off, and it's like, okay, the highway blah 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 doesn't exist anymore because it's hit the town, and now you're at the edge of the country, and it doesn't have anywhere else to go, and so it splits off into and you're left like, okay, which choice do I want to make? Where do I want to go? What do I want to do? So it and it doesn't feel like the job is ending to me. It just feels like the job would be one exit, but there's all these other opportunities. And I feel like you're in this place where you're ready to make a decision that's going to be different. And there's all these options, and you're sitting there going, okay, which one do I want to take? And with that Judgment card coming in, I really feel that's them saying, follow your higher self's calling, that which makes your heart sing. that which makes you want to, uh, you know, just makes you happy, like how you can uniquely express that unconditional love inside of you with the world. That's your passion. What would make you wake up in the morning and go, "Ah, I can't wait, to go do that," and not wake up and go, "Oh God, gotta go do that again." That's what I feel for you, rock star. Rock star. All right. So let's keep on looking here. And we are moving on to Nicolette. Nicolette, welcome, welcome. So, what are Alan's next actions towards you? Let's take a look here. I feel like we want to go to the Spirit Song Tarot for that. Then, Sumya, you will be next. All right, great. Thank you, Samosa. I do see you asked questions, so great. You found your answer there. Okay, then Bob, you will be after Sumya. Thank you guys again for all being here. Really appreciate all of the support and trusting me to connect with the spirit world for you. If you haven't given the video a little thumbs up, I appreciate that. It does help out with the channel and getting messages out to other people as well. So Nicolette, what are Alan's next actions towards you? Okay. And that one, and that one. Okay. So there is going to be action. You have the Eight of Acorns, which is the Eight of Wands, the electric eel, all this energy coming in, this fire coming in. So there is action, there is movement. Let's see what they want here. So you have the Traveler, which is the full card in the regular tarot, which is about new beginnings, an ending of an old cycle and a new beginning. So this action is going to be either the starting of something or the ending of something. Let's see what comes in here. Yeah. So got transformation, which is the death and rebirth card. So it feels like that your current situation with them is not going to remain the same. Um, you know, an ending of a relationship can be both like the relationship ends and you don't see someone anymore, or interact with them, or it's the old way that you interacted ends and it goes to a new place. So let me see if we can get clarity on that, because I don't like leaving that like they do on TV. Next week, find out who done it. I'm like, okay, thank you. So you got the Moon card, imagination, perception, which the Moon card is about the unknown, the hidden, and trusting your intuition, trusting that as well. So they're they're saying, I don't care if you don't want to leave it unknown right now. You are. You're not going to know, but you're going to know. So because that Moon card is about you trusting your gut, trusting your intuition. In your heart of hearts, you're like, I know what's going to happen next. And whether that's an ending where the relationship is ending or it's going to a new level, in your heart, not your mind and wishful thinking and supposed to, should, need to, have to, but that gut feeling, like you're just like, I know it, and I feel like you know it. And that's what their answer is. I was like, I wanted to know, but they go, it's none of your business. That's hidden. That's what the Moon kind of does. It's like, it's hidden. It's in the unknown. So you don't get to know, but they are saying, do know. So that is the answer. If you're like, I don't really know, it's like, get away from everything. Take some deep breaths. If you can go to a park or get out in nature, just get away from everything so you can get out of your mind and into your deep heart. And then you will get the message. Then you will know. So that is your answer there, Nicolette. Sorry. I'm not really sorry, because I know it's always the perfect message and it's all on purpose for a purpose. My human feels bad because I want to be giving you guys all the information you want, but I know that they always know best. So there you go. All right, Sumya, You want to know Nityam's current feelings for you. So let's take a look here. I am drawn to the Tarot of the Magical Forest. Let's see here. Let's see what we've got going on. Hey, Aaron. Welcome, welcome. Sorry, I'm eventually getting down the list, and I see you guys say hello, but it takes a little bit of time. All right. So, Sumya, what are Nityam's current feelings for you? And I'm sure I'm messing that up. Spirit knows who they are, even if I mispronounce it. What are their current feelings for Sumya? Okay. No? Okay. Okay. So, the first card that's here is the Three of Wands, which the Three of Wands is like being at a pivotal point where their plans, like their original direction has changed. It's like this might have been where it was headed and it's altered a bit. You also have the Four of Cups here, and the Four of Cups represents, usually the person is like, this is the current emotions and feelings, and they're being offered different emotions, higher emotions, those types of things. And I swear the strength card is going to come up for every love reading in this entire day, I imagine. Because this is all about, this is the love that you're really looking for, is the love that you have from above. And again, the Four of Cups too also tells us that this is you, and this higher love from the higher realms is what's being offered to you. That these are uh, disappointing, that they're not fulfilling, and that you're being urged to connect higher and connect higher and connect higher, because it feels like that their uh, their plans are changing, their emotions are changing, but this is for you, and it's happening for you because again, even if you got the love of your life, per se, the romantic love of our life, we think in our heads, right? We get that, and we're still like, okay, I ordered this beautiful, uh, shake at the restaurant, and it's supposed to be like the best in the world. And oh my God, you can't believe I can't wait to get it. It's what I've wanted, and I've been dying to have it. And here it comes, and you take a sip, and you're like, yeah, it's good, but you know what? You're hungry and thirsty an hour later. And you're just like, okay, this is not fulfilling. So I kind of feel like that's what's going on there with Nityam, and the interactions between you and them. All right. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, here we go. So Bob, let's take a look here. Let me just scroll up a little bit. And it says you have a hard time letting go of relationships and people. What advice do they have for that? I do want to go to Revelations Tarot here. And then Samosa, you will be next there. And sorry, I do see that you wanted to be after a DT, but I do go in order. It's first come, first serve. So I know. It's the only way I can do it is in order, because that's my personality. So appreciate your patience. All right. So what advice do they have for you about letting go of relationships and people? Okay. Okay. So, goodness, where do I want to start? Okay. I'm going to start here because this we've already talked about. So I'm like, okay, this one we can move out of the way. This is the Lover's card. This is like the Two of Cups, emotional choice. We have this power of our choice that's there about how we're able to, change our habit of what we're choosing in each moment to think and also, but this is mainly to feel about situations. So they're like, this is this training ground for you to really learn how you could choose in each moment how you feel. But I'm like, okay, we know that. But for the extra advice for this, um, you have, yeah, I want to go to the 10 of Pentacles next. Because the 10 of Pentacles has this message about uh, family tree, about um, habits and uh, things that are passed down from generation to generation to generation to generation. And so there's this, I feel like there's this abandonment um, uh, challenge in the family tree that's been passed down over and over and over and over and was passed down to you too, like this abandonment feeling, like you were left. And so this is where this grip on people, it's like I was so easily let go of. I am not going to be that way. I'm not going to let go of anyone. There's no way, because I hated how it felt and I'm not going to do it. And the reason I say that is because you also have the Six of Cups. And the Six of Cups, you can see all the people with all the cups here. The Six of Cups is about a transformation and movement of your uh, memories. They talk about that we can go back and look at an old memory. And, with that Lover's card, every moment is either of unconditional love or the fear of losing conditional love, right? And the memories we look back and go, ow, those were not unconditional love, right? Those would be like the joyous memories of like, oh, that's a beautiful memory. I'm going to think about this often. Don't have a whole lot of those in our childhoods. And it's all by design. It's all for us anyway. But the thing about that is that we can go back and look at an old memory and go, this is a painful memory. And if it's painful, then it's of fear, because we feared not being lovable, not being acceptable, all those things about conditional love. It was a love that could be lost. And we're like, it freaked us out. It freaked out our inner child back when we were younger. And when we go and we realize that when a human goes into fight or flight mode, we go out of our minds, literally go out of our minds. I talked a little bit about this, I think, Friday morning, Friday night, Thursday night, somewhere around there. But it's about um, it's our makeup of our human body. The blood actually does rush from our brain and go to our arms and to our legs to fight and to flee, so that we can feel safe again or feel back in control again. Because when our little child self feels uh, out of control or unsafe, then it sounds the alarm and our body goes into that fight or flight mode. And it doesn't, act maturely and, wise and emotionally loving. When it goes into that mode, it goes into an animal that's cornered and just attacks to feel safe again. And so, if we are feeling that way in a memory, and we realize that if that other person was doing something or acting in a different way, they were doing what they felt they needed to do to feel safe and to feel, you know, in control again. And that usually isn't in kind ways, right? It's in selfish, self motivated ways. And so we're going through those fears, they're going through those fears. And we can go back and look at a memory like that and go, ah, I see. Then that allows us to see them differently, see the whole situation differently, but more importantly, we see ourselves differently. And then that memory, those pains, those emotions transform. And the last card that popped up with all of that is the Queen of Wands, which does show you have your power. You hold the wand in your hands. You are the one that's able to direct your energy, change things, and usually, um, well, she has lions in here, but usually it's a black cat that she has, which also represents not only does she rule over fire, all the queens are given a portion of water. And that means she has this beautiful connection to the spiritual world too, where she can connect to that spiritual realm, getting advice, getting guidance. She's very moving and powerful, but she also has access to that unconditional love. So I kind of feel like that's the advice that they wanna give for you is like that is what is why you can't let go of people in relationships is because there's some abandonment feelings that, are in there, from earlier in your life. And, as I have already mentioned, and you probably already heard me talk about the book, The Presence Process by Michael Brown really helps us get in that inner child area and unlock some things and pick up that abandoned child we feel we were and just give it the love. We get to be the perfect parent we were always looking for. No human child, by the way, has ever had a perfect parent. It's the whole design of this adventure theme park we're in, but we as adults or older of us can go back and become that perfect adult for them. So that is their advice. Hopefully, everyone is able to glean from that as well. I know I always do over and over as they share different things. So, thank you guys for your patience as they shared that. All right. We are moving on to Samosa. Thank you so much. Let me just scroll down a little bit here. Let's take a quick drink here. So you have Raul blocked you on Telegram, but coming to your home so that you can talk to him. What are his intentions behind his behavior? Okay. Well, let's find out here. Hopefully, he hasn't already. Sorry, it took so long to get to you there. You're like, hello. He's here. Great. He already came and gone by the time you got to my reading. Thanks, Bretta Zen. But thank you for your patience, Samosa. I do go in order. So I see you asked several times there. So sorry. Okay. So what are his intentions for you? His intentions behind this behavior and what is all this about? Okay. So you have the Justice card here, which really I feel like he's coming to discuss and get some things straight. It's kind of what I feel. It's like there seems to be misunderstandings and communication and truths, and he wants to come and talk, like share his side and put things straight, is what I feel. Wow. Let's see what else we have here. You also have the Six of Wands, which is Six of Wands can be a victory card. It can be also a recognition card. Let me get clarity on that real quick here. Yeah, so you got Six of Wands, Six of Swords. Let me just take a look here. You got Two of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands. So the Six of Swords is the Six of Swords and the Six of Wands are also about movement. Because think of a six as three things on either side. There's this movement and there's this flow in the middle between there. So I feel like there's this change of mindset, this change of energy. So there's this change that's coming that he also wants to share. The Two of Pentacles does talk about balance in life too. And look at here, got 3 and 3. Like I was just talking about here too. So with this Queen of Wands also being there, this Queen of Wands, I feel like this is his energy that he's really wanting to take charge, really wanting to direct his energy, really wanting to do um, that balance is like he feels like there's an out of balance between you two, and he wants to get this thing back into balance, whatever that might mean. Let me take a look here. They want me to pull the bottom card here. Yeah, because he's wants stability. This is his passion, his drive, his ambition, just all of his energy. He wants stability, and it feels like he just feels like there's instability in your relationship. There's like just a lot of energy that's going on, and he wants to balance it. He wants to um, share truths. He wants to um, just get a better flow between you guys. And I kind of feel like there's um, ultimatum, which I hate that word, but it's like, this is what I need, and if we can't have that, then we can't talk anymore. And so I feel like he's coming to share like what's going on with him, what he wants, and is going to say, this is what I want. And if you're not okay with it, he's like, then it's over, or we can't talk anymore. So yeah, I just feel like he just feels like so much is happening, so much is going on. And I can tell by your energy too, this is very fearful, and it feels like it's rising a lot of stuff, and maybe that's what he's wanting. He goes, if this is your normal reaction, like if it's like, oh my god, he was like, I just can't take it. I need you to bring it down and have this balanced energy, because if you are especially if you're a fire sign, and this is of course Aries, full moon tomorrow, fire, it's like, there's a lot of this energy that's out there. It's like, if you can breathe, 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 practice Lamaze while you're talking too, so you can stay calm and not, what is going on, right? So they're like, bring it down, bring it down, breathe. A lot of deep breaths will help you come to a calm place there, because I feel like he's just like, he's overwhelmed by the interactions between you guys, and he wants this flow, he wants this balance. There's all these balancing uh, cards that you just had. So that is what I'm feeling. Samosa is just, he's coming to put it on the line and say, this is it, I can't take it anymore, this is what I need. So that's what they have for you there. So sorry it took so long to get to you. All right. Hey, Serenity. Hello, hello, hello. And Talia, welcome, welcome. And let's take a look here. You are next. You say, do you have new things coming up for you in October? Let's take a look. I do want to look at the Tarot of the Magical Forest. Slay Queen. I love it. Oh, good, Star. I'm glad you liked it better than yes or no. Serenity, you will be next. Do you have a specific question, Serenity, or did you just want a general reading? All right. Let's take a look here. So, Talia, do you have new things coming in October? What would you like her to know, please? All right. So 2 cards are ready. So you have the nightmare, the nightmare and insomnia card here. But don't jump ahead yet, because you do have the Ace of Cups, which is new emotion, new higher feelings, and more joy and happiness. So uh, the 9 of swords, with, in addition to being insomnia and the nightmare card, this is like, yeah, you've had so much on your mind. Look at them, they're like, oh my god, I can't sleep, I got all these things on my mind that I'm worried about and that I need to figure out, and all these expectations, the supposed tos and shoulds, the need tos, the have tos, the must. I got to do all this stuff, and I really feel like with that nine, that's the inner journey, that's the hermit's journey, and you are really getting into your thoughts and your beliefs and your mindsets, expanding things, and going, "Why do I fear that? Why does that matter?" You're sorting out the urgent and moving the urgent away from the important, because sometimes things can be uh, urgent and try to be in your face, but it's not important. And you're kind of like they're in my mind they have all these, like, there's all these sticky notes, and sometimes, like, you keep writing stuff on a sticky note, and then you have this pile of sticky notes, you have no idea what's in it, and you have all this stuff on your mind, and it's like going through the sticky notes going, "Oh, that's old, I don't need that, that took care of itself." It's like sorting that out in your mind. Also, I feel that if there are things that your mind is looping, um, write them down, um, because that gets it off of your mind. Your mind loops things when it doesn't want you to forget it. But if it knows it's written down, then it stops bugging you about it too. Let me see what else they want you to know about these. What about this transformation? What else about October? Would you like them to know, please? Okay. Yeah. Yep. Too funny. I kind of want to go. Can't decide, so I'm going to show you both at once here. So you got the Nine of Wands, which again, Hermit's journey. You hold your energy in your hands. Any blocks that you have, that was in front of here blocking you. You hold it, and you're removing that block to move forward. You also have the Knight of Swords, which the Knight of Swords uses this Ace of Swords to cut away these thoughts and these beliefs. So you do have the power. Both of these are a power card for you. Power cards for you, showing that you hold the Ace of Swords in your hands and you hold the Ace of Wands in your hands. And so you're able to move past these fears and these blocks that you have by focusing inward and realizing that and seeing where your beliefs can change. Because then you have the Fool card, which is all about a new adventure. So definitely, do you have new things coming for you in October? Yes, because that is the ending of old cycles and the beginning of new. And with that inner journey and those things that you're doing there, it does open up the flow of energy in your life, and letting go of a lot of those expectations and all those urgent things that aren't really important. You are opening your life up more for the important things, which are these new things that come in. So I like that for you. All right. Let me just scroll down really quick here and see. Whoops. So I don't see Serenity. Serenity. Okay, I don't see that you asked a specific question, Serenity. So we're going to give you a general reading, which Spirit knows what you're asking for anyway. So they'll answer your question through this. And they're actually drawing me to the Shaman's Dream Oracle. So we'll take a look at that. And then Aaron, you will be next. Thank you guys again for just hanging out and being patient with me as I go through there. Hey, Spring, welcome. Good to see you. And then Devansha Mishra, you'll be next after that. Thank you guys so much. Thank you all for the likes that you're giving on the video. It does help out the channel and help spread the messages of love from above to more people. So I definitely appreciate all of that. And you got the Sky Dancers. Surrender. Let's see if I can get that to a little better. All right. Whoop. Okay. That's as good as it's going to get. Sorry, I have this natural light coming in, enjoying the blue skies in Colorado today. So this is liberation from attachment, surrender. When a sky dancer appears, she is inviting you to welcome the deepest power of the feminine into your life. And whether we're male or female, or how we identify, we have divine masculine, divine feminine within us. So it says you have already overanalyzed your situation to exhaustion. Now is the time to invite the sacred feminine, the wisdom within your heart, no matter your gender, to guide you to success. If you have become earthbound, plotting and planning and praying for change, cease and desist. Break the habit of being yourself, of repeating the same behavior and hoping for a different outcome. Stop trying to figure it all out and stop overthinking it. Surrender. The sky dancers are heralding the arrival of a new relationship with yourself in your work or in your love life. Do not assume that this person or opportunity will rescue you. The only way to liberation is to kiss the ground goodbye and take flight, to rise above the fray and the drama of the struggling, arguing mind. I love this. Dance in the sky and view the madness below. By simply witnessing the actors and the human comedy unfolding on the ground, you are transforming it. As you observe the drama, you unleash the power of the sacred feminine that allows for resolution. The sky dancers know the maps of heaven and the way to the holiest and most sacred spaces on earth. They come to help you with your current life and, even more important, to guide you to the realization of your own divinity. Wow. So that would apply to any situation, I believe. So how fitting. And I do love that. I always, Spirit told me, you're in a drama when if there's a victim, a villain, or a hero, any of those appearing, you're in a drama. Because if we feel there's a need of a hero, then there's a victim somewhere hidden there, a villain somewhere that the hero is existing for, right? So I do love that for you, Serenity. If you do have additional questions, you can pop them down below and I will work my way down the list here. So let's take a look here. All right. So Aaron, let's take a look here. And should you leave divinity school and enroll in a nurse practitioner program? Um, you know, they were showing me this divine guidance cards for you. So I'm going to pull from there and let's see what they say there. And then we'll also look at the about mech as well. And then Devansha Mishra, you'll be next. And hey, Keisha, welcome, welcome. You will be next after that. All right. So let's take a look here for Aaron. First of all, we'll look into the divinity school and enrolling in the nurse practitioner program. What would you like Aaron to know about that, please? Okay. These are, of course, fractal imaging. So you can look at this and see what you see. I will read from the little book for the actual message there. Almost looks like a butterfly on its side, right? Beautiful butterfly. That must be what I'm seeing. Wow. Empowerment. How perfect for you, Aaron. This card shows a gentle yet powerful opening and energy flow of the third chakra, the power center, our solar plexus. Through your own willingness to stand tall and be all of who and what you are meant to be, you naturally vibrate a dynamic energy that has a positive and empowering effect on others. Through your own acts of self kindness and self love, you have given yourself permission to shine a gentle and loving strength. This is exactly what the world needs right now. You are giving the gift of self empowerment to everyone you meet. Wow. As I was reading that, I was shown the me being in where I am now and actually where I was before I moved here, both places I've lived, people had severe injuries or really they had to be in the hospital and surgery and ER and different things, and I was helping them go to the hospitals, and they kept on showing me all these nurses about what a difference they make in those situations, right? And they were just so understanding and so giving and just such lovely people. And I don't know why, but I mean, obviously, you ask if you should go in the nurse practitioner program, but when that self empowerment, that's what stood out to me is that they empowered people to be where in the most difficult of situations, and even with me being the guest coming in, they treated me like they were like, "Hi, how are you?" And just really made everyone. Not every nurse was like that. They're showing me that they have there are these that just made the experience totally, and then there was some that were just you can tell they were there just doing a job. They were like, and so if you have this passion for nursing and that's what you want to do and help people, then that is your answer with that. But I really feel whatever you feel you will empower people the most in their life, you know. And I know divinity school, we can help people through, sharing the love of above. Um, but sometimes, like Mother Teresa, she didn't go around preaching. She went around helping people in their most difficult of situations, and that spoke more to people than preaching or trying to have them accept a spiritual belief. And I feel like that's standing out a lot, but you follow your heart because that's your empoweringness of that. And then let's take a look here about mech as well and see what they have. I do want to go to the spirit song tarot for that. And for everyone coming in, I do follow the order of the chat for the reading. So if you put it on there, you can look, and if you scroll back, you can see where I'm at. It does take me a little bit of time to get down there because I have a lot of beautiful questions. So I definitely appreciate your patience as I'm going through there. Just know that I will get there. I will get there. All right, so let's look at mech and about faithfulness and loyalty. So you do have the awakening card here, which is normally, it's almost like the rapture. So I know you know about that. They have like three people in coffins that are standing up and the angel blowing the horn, but it's about your higher self awakening you to realizing you're so much more than the human experience, that you are looking for this higher place, which kind of refers back to the other card we just pulled too, right? About empowering yourself, realizing that you are this powerful supernatural eternal spirit being that's made of unconditional love, living this human experience down here. And that realizing that does change your whole outlook on everything in life. And you also have the six of crystals, and for me it's about equal giving and receiving, but it also is this codependency awareness card for me. And what happens, I'm a recovering enabler in codependent relationships. So definitely no judgment for me for anyone around codependent relationships. I know them in and out. I had many of them. But when you're an enabler of someone who overgives in relationships, like you feel like you have to give 100 of something to get one back from someone, it comes from something deep in our earlier childhood about having to fight for love and acknowledgement and attention. We had to overgive and overdo things, kind of a perfectionist attitude. It's black and white. There's no gray. I'm either successful or I'm a failure. I'm either completely loved or completely hated. There was no gray in life when we're in that kind of spectrum. So when it comes to relationships, as we go into our adulthood, it enters as adult to adult, but it quickly turns into parent and child, mama bird, daddy bird, and baby bird. And we will give and give and give. And when baby bird wants to give back, we're like, nope, we won't accept it because that freaks us out. Because if we're receiving, that means we're not giving. That means we're going to get dumped. We're going to get rejected. We're going to be left behind as they find someone else. So we'll give and we'll give and we'll give until we're exhausted and give until we're resentful because we're so exhausted and we don't feel we're getting anything back, but we've taught them not to give back to us. But baby bird does want to give. And if we won't take it, then they will go and become a workaholic and invest their energy there, or working out, or a hobby, or their friends, or affairs and other things. So I kind of feel like when we're asking about, will Mech be faithful and a loyal partner? I feel like if you're able to get the foundation of your worth from inside, look at those where those beliefs come in about if you're not able to overgive, that you're not worthy and that you are worthy of receiving love, allowing them to give to you and having this equal partnership, then yes, that will be faithful and loyal. But if we are in this, not allowing them to give to us and we're overgiving, then by experience and by the formula, they will go somewhere else to give their love. So that is the kind of unfirm but educational answer from Spirit. So there you go, Aaron. I appreciate you. All right. So let's keep looking here. So, Devansha, we are to you. Thank you. Thank you. So, you want to know career guidance and how can you be successful in your career? Okay. All right. So, you want a career guidance here, and I do want to go to the Wild Unknown Tarot. And then Keisha, you will be next. All right. So, career guidance and how you can be successful in your career. So, what would they like you to know about having a successful career? Anything else? Okay. Anything else? Okay. So let's take a look here. First of all, you have the Temperance card coming in, which is all about balance and, kind of feeling like seeing both sides of things. Seeing two different ways of doing things is coming in here. You got the Star card, which is great because that's the card of hope, right? And looking and realizing your talents too. Really understanding that you do have a lot to offer. And I feel like with that hope and that confidence there, that helps you see things and where you didn't feel you could do something before, like you're like, well, I can never do that. I really would like to do that, but I can't do that. They're like, why don't you think you can? Have the confidence in there because I kind of feel like that's what they're looking at there. Yeah. Because you have the Hierophant here too. You have the key to unlock doors and to go into things that you didn't think you were able to go before, and uh, the Hierophant can sometimes represent like extra education, schooling, learning things as well. So I kind of feel like that does come in here as well, because you also have the Son of Swords, which is the Knight of Swords in the Standard Tarot. And this is about, our mindsets, our mentality, our thoughts, our beliefs. And the Sun, the Knight, is movement in your knowledge and in your awareness too. So, with all those coming together, I feel like there's this opportunity that you want to go learn something that's your passion and that's what you want to do. Because you also have the Strength card, which is for this reading is all about that you have the strength to do it and find the inner, again, coming back to that star, really realizing who you are and that you are, made of stardust. You are so much more powerful than you have ever thought of yourself to be. And so this temperance, this balancing that's coming in is, you know, it feels like it's lopsided where like these are your dreams and I can never get those and this is what I'm stuck with, what I have to do because everyone's told me should do and supposed to do and have to do, and I fear if I try to do this and fail, what will everyone think? But they're like, go for the, invest on this up here because that will help balance out your life and it'll allow you to be successful in a career that you enjoy, that you're not doing it just to please others, not doing it just for the money and for the benefits and for those things, because you're not living, you're just existing with that. And they're wanting you to bring in this balance here. I mean, you've got out of the 5 cards, 4 of them are major arcana cards. You had all these that are major arcana, which means life changing, life altering type of energy. And the only other card you had is a royalty card, which so powerful, powerful uh, change of life and change of direction for you. And that their career, it's like they're being their career counselor. They're like, do what you love, do what makes your heart sing rather than feeling trapped and bored. Because when you're living someone else's dream, as I always say, you wake up in the morning going, crap, I got to go live my dream today instead of going to live your dream. When you're living your dream, you wake up before the alarm, excited for the day, excited for what comes, and not like, snooze, snooze, snooze. I guess I gotta go. Right? You're just like so excited to go and do that. So that's what they're guiding for you today, Mishra. So if you have additional questions, pop them down below. I'm going to keep on going down the list here. All right. Let me just get through all these. All right, Keisha, you were next here. So let me just scroll up a little bit. And we are asking, who is your twin flame? Where will you meet him or his name or anything about this individual? So, Keisha, all right, let's take a look. I do want to go to the Tarot of the Magical Forest. Let's take a look here. Hey, is that Gioti? You will be next. Hey, Divya. You'll be next after that. Birthday guidance. Yay. We had another birthday here today as well. So I love it. All right. So Keisha, let's take a look here. What would you like Keisha to know about twin flame? All right. Yeah. Had a feeling. Okay. Those 3. So the first card that came popping out is your strength card. I swear, I tell you, this card is coming out on almost every love reading. And this tells you that your twin flame is you. When it comes to twin flames, they're, the if you separate it to understand what is of the human piece that's added into that and what is of the heavenly, it really clears things up because on the other side, we're not married. On the other side, we're whole and complete. We're actually all like drops in a huge sea of unconditional love. We're all in this together, right? We're not like, oh, we're married or we're, that. So twin flames is this human belief about being incomplete sometimes can get into that, and that I'm not whole until I find someone. There's all these divine appointments. We have all these soulmates in our life here, all divine appointments, all these mirrors, all these individuals, that we come in and out of each other's life to bring messages to reflect back to each other what we want to see about ourselves until we see it. So the ultimate love that we're looking for is from our higher self, which you might have heard me mention this a little earlier, that this is our human self, and you can see here the infinity symbol above the lamb's head there, maybe if it there it goes. It's right there. That represents our higher self. That is where we find the love that we're really looking for. It's the unconditional love of the higher realms. We don't really find that down here. We find the conditional love in the outside world, one that we can lose because we have lists of things that we feel we have to be and people are supposed to be in order to be lovable and acceptable. So, and they reinforce that with this for here, the emperor, which is the representation here. Let's see if I can get it to focus a little bit. There it goes. Uh, about all the roles we put into place in the human world in order to have things work, in order to feel control and to feel safe. And, that's what society does is it has all these roles. We try to define everything and control everything. And so those are the energies that came in with that, just, with the understanding of what twin flames are, and the misconception sometimes we have around it, and that's our human trying to feel that wholeness and that completeness that we only find with the relationship for up above. And we will take a look here. So I usually adjust the question then of the twin flames is, can you tell me about the the most significant relationship that I'm going to have on this planet romantically? And what can you tell me about it? Because that's really what it is from the spirit's point of view. So when I'm asking that question, that is what comes up. So with that in mind, well, they wanted me to start off with this one here. So the 5 of Cups, also kind of reinforces why we come down here, because we come down here to experience these 3 cups, which is relationships, situations, and our bodies and things and our bank accounts, like things. And those all disappoint us, and we come down here to experience that, to experience what loss may feel like, disappointment, betrayal, all these juicy emotions that are the fear of losing a conditional love. When we have expectations, it equals disappointment because all of those things are not eternal, right? People change or they pass away. Situations like jobs, education, social status, anything like that, constantly changing. And of course, things, our bodies, they break down, they deteriorate, they catch on fire, they burn down. So that's where the disappointment comes. That's, and then we have the 2 of Cups here. One represents our human, the fear of losing conditional love, and the other is the chalice. It's the unconditional love of above. And every moment, this is the emotional choice card that tells us within each moment, we choose, are we going to feel an emotion that's of unconditional love connected to above, or of the fear of losing conditional love in the outside world? And neither is wrong, neither is right. They all are just emotions. They're different, is all it is. This one has all those juicy, uncomfortable emotions we feel that we're not used to back home. And we come here to experience this contrast, these opposites on purpose. But when you have those 2 of Cups, there's this power that comes into it because you realize that in any moment, I can choose a different emotion. If I'm tired of feeling, you know, the all the stuff that's related to, these cups, I can choose a different emotion. And there's power in that. So this also is like the bridge between the explanation that they want to show you about that, because that puts you in a different place in your life. Um, to also that we're talking about this individual that comes into your life. Obviously, they have been heartbroken, they have been disappointed, they have experienced some extremes of other individuals, which is great. I always say that when you have like 5 relationships that were just hell, that when you meet someone who's not, you have so much more appreciation for them than you would have if you hadn't gone through that. So that's kind of what they've gone through. They're just like, and they meet you and they're like, wow, you're not crazy. I'm not using that term for any medical stuff, just someone that was, they're like, oh my gosh, these were hellcats that I had before. And you're just so kind and amazing and intelligent and gentle and not vindictive and backstabbing. And, they're just like, you're awesome. And you're like, really? And they're like, thank you for that contrast. I'm so glad you went through that, right? There's also the Ace of Wands here. So it's a very passionate individual, very fiery. I would even say that they are a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, where they just have this oomph, this energy of starting things and doing things and, just very vibrant type of personality, while at the same time also being in their, mentally, they're able to, um, you know, they're intelligent is what I'm trying to say, because it is the Knight of Swords, which means they are a pursuer of information. They always love to learn. They're always looking for more, like a perpetual student. They're always researching something, diving into things, and I really, really like that. And then they are very secure in the outside world. You got the 10 of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. I don't want to say rich because I know that's not what you're searching after, but they're well off, which is great. They're secure. They know what they're doing in the outside world, a very solid foundation. And that's great. I mean, I really do like that. So that is what they have for you, Keisha. Hopefully that resonated there for you. So we will keep going down the list here. If you have additional questions, pop them in down below. I'm going to keep on going here. Just take a quick drink here. All right. So we are to Jyoti, Jyoti. Sorry if I mispronounced that. And then Divya, you'll be next after that. And you've got do they love you? And okay, does Sanche love you and miss you? Let's take a look here. I do want to go to the Spring Song Tarot, see what they've got here. And if you haven't given me a little thumbs up on the on this session, I really appreciate it if you do so for the video. It does help my channel grow and get the messages out more to other people as well. So thank you so much for considering doing that. All right. So let's see what Sanche, what they're feeling about you, GOT. What? Okay, thank you. What else? Okay. So there's 3 of Cups here, and the 3 of Cups is emotions, right? And the 3 of Cups is more of a joyful, a celebration type of card. So I do like that. They do see you from this higher perspective. So let me just continue to look at these here. Also have the Temperance card, which is all about balance. And they have the Five of Crystals, which would be the Five of Pentacles. When I see all these together, I mean, because this is playfulness and um, but it's interesting. So, because this came out by itself, and then these three came out, and so I feel like when you're asking, "Do they love you?" I'm sorry. Um, this is like playfulness. They like the interaction, but I don't feel like it's like romantic love. I feel like it's interest and flirting and or just like playfulness, almost like I don't want to say like they're playing the field, but they just don't feel committed because when you're asking if they miss you with that hanged man and the five of crystals and the temperance, it's like they're off looking for their own balance and this own thing. The five of pentacles is that they're on this search of their own self-worth and their relationship to the world and looking for their sustenance and what they're wanting in life. And so I feel like they're not missing anyone. I feel like they're involved in their own life, because they're in this holding pattern and looking over their life and trying to figure out things. So they're really consumed with trying to figure out their outside world, where I don't feel like they're missing anyone or anything, not anyone, because I feel like they're missing something in their life and they're trying to find out what it is that will make them feel safe and have what they feel they need in life. And I feel like they're kind of just wandering around trying to figure out what is going on. They showed me my head, like wandering around trying to find their keys. I lost my keys to my car. I don't know where to find them. And they're just like looking everywhere and they're not aware of anything else because they're so zeroed in. I got to find my keys, that kind of energy. So that's what they have for you, GOT. Right, Divya, you are next for your birthday guidance. So happy birthday to you. Let me just take a look here. All right. So let's take a look and see what should you do next for your birthday guidance. Kind of feel drawn over here to the Spirit Animal Oracle, and let's see what they have for you. Great rock star. And that. Hey, Neddy or Neda. You'll be next. And then Mickey. Hey, Mickey. Uh-oh. Hey, swimmer girl. Welcome. Good to see you. Hey, Bree. Good question. We'll get to that as well. All right. So let's take a look here. Let me just go back a little bit. There we go. So birthday guidance. What should you do next? What advice do you have for Divya on what she should do next? Okay. So you got Zoom. Life is speeding up. You got the Antelope Spirit. What a beautiful card. Look at that. Super ludicrous speeding up. So let's take a look here. So when Antelope Spirit rushes into your life, you're being reminded of the quickening of your personal evolution as a powerful co-creator. You're being told unequivocally that it's time to get moving, set your intentions, and take action toward making your dreams real. There is an intensity you can feel, and it is important to take advantage of this energy right now, like right now. If you have a plan for your career or financial abundance, now is the time to step it up. If you're asking about a relationship, make that first move. Just know that the intentions you have set in motion are coming together now at warp speed. So stay alert and keep up. Things are getting interesting when the antelope spirit calls you to move quickly. Yeah, so that's a very clear message, right? Happy birthday, get moving. What are you waiting for? Live that dream. Take those steps towards your dream, especially with this Aries full moon that's happening tomorrow. Tons of energy about releasing things out of your life that no longer serve you to make room for the new. So these next couple weeks are about using that, new birth energy of Aries, this fiery energy of Aries, just to sort and get rid of things and like, what isn't working for me anymore? You're out. What do I want to head toward? You're in. I'm taking step towards my dream and what I want, and not in the holding pattern. So this is a great time for you to really put things to action, make plans, make these are the steps I want to take to get here. And I'm starting on number one. And here we go. I'm going to take a step every day towards living my dream, towards what I want, not there's like this energy of today not existing, but I'm ready to live. I'm ready. What am I waiting for? Another birthday, another birthday? Because eventually you'll be 50, 60, and looking at your life going, I just been existing this whole time. I'm ready to live now. But you can do it now when you're, not 50 or 60. So I love that for you. Happy birthday. They're like, go for it. Go, go, go. You have the support of your entire universe behind you. So go live that dream. I love it. All right. Let me keep on looking here. So Nedi, you are here. So let's just. So that's right. So will Mustafa and you be in a long-term relationship? Let's take a look. I kind of want to. They want me to go to the Radiant Rider Waite Tarot. So let's take a look here. All right. Okay. What else? Anything else about the long-term relationship? Okay. So the first two cards that came up, we've got the Knight of Wands, which is the card of, fire, it's activity, it's movement. And you have the Eight of Swords here too. Like these feelings of feeling trapped and blinded and closed in here. So, those two cards are really telling me there's this movement on feeling free. And I kind of feel like I'm going to see what these other two cards are here too. This, when I was talking earlier about, you're in drama when there's a victim and a hero. This is like normally they're tied up on a railroad track, right? And here comes in the hero riding, dun, 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 on their horse to rescue. And I kind of feel like this is what there's like this romantic notion of like, I feel like this is who I want. Um, but I don't feel like that's what you're getting, because I feel like you have like you're losing sleep. This is the insomnia or nightmare card. You've got all these expectations that are almost exhausting you of what you are thinking that you're supposed to have. It's the card right before the 8 to the 9, right? And there's this Nine of Swords here showing you that there's all these beliefs you have about a relationship and about yourself and about your world and what it should be. And it's like it's taking up so much of your energy and even some of your sleep, and it just brings in this anxiety around it. But they're showing you have got the Two of Wands here, which you have your own world in your own hands, right? You get to be the hero. They're showing me, you know, it's like this person is on a railroad track all tied up, right? And they're waiting and they're waiting and they're waiting to be rescued, and they're waiting and they start hearing the train and they're waiting and they're like, hello, tick tock. And the hero isn't arriving. And they're like, fine. They rip off the, and that's what the Eight of Swords tells us too, is that she can um, walk away from the trap here very easily. She could lean up against one of the swords and just and the what's binding her falls off, and she undoes her eyes and walks away, and she's like, "Where's that hero?" Never shows up. And this is because you are your hero. This is you. You're taking your world into your own hands, realizing you hold the energy. Wherever you invest your energy, whatever you focus on is what grows in your life. That Two of Wands is a powerful message because it tells us if we focus on what's missing in our life and what we don't want in our life, that expands. And if we focus in on what we do want in our life and what we're grateful for, that attitude of gratitude, the prayer of thankfulness, a gratitude journal, writing something every day that you're grateful for, try not to repeat it, life changing energies, because then it brings this stuff and more things to be thankful for in your life. And your world, your world changes before your eyes because you're not focused on the negative anymore. You're holding on to your powerful wand. This is the Ace of Wands. You are guiding your energy and growing and changing things in there. So I feel like, um, you know, with being in a long-term relationship, I don't feel like you will, because I feel like what they're saying is like you're expecting him to be a hero that he can't be for you. I mean, that hero you have to find in yourself, and the things that drew you to them were, things that you won't need anymore, because if you're the hero, you don't need the hero. You'll be changing your direction uh, to something more that's more in alignment with who you become. So that is the message for you, Needy. I know it wasn't the probably the exact message that we were looking for, but it's always the perfect message for today, right? All right. Mickey, I love the little mouse. Thank you so much for your patience. So let's see here. Is your partner cheating on you? The initial S, like a snake. I'm just kidding. They want to go to the Revelations. Okay, so they want to go to the Revelations tarot. We'll see what we have going on there, and then Bree, you will be next. Hey, perfect love. Welcome, welcome. Absolutely. Pleasure. And then BJA, is that Baja? Baja? Ja? The B's probably silent, right? Sorry, but you'll be next after that. All right. So let's take a look here. Mickey, is the partner with an S, are they cheating on you? Sorry, there was like half the deck just fell out there. Let me just reshuffle that there. All right. What would you like Mickey to know? So you've got the Two of Swords and the Two of Cups, which is interesting because Two of Cups is all about, you know, it can be about romance, but both of these are about choice too. That there's, okay, two, right? I'm like, and they're like, hey. And so I don't mean to be light about that at all. It's just, that there's two that are going on here. And I feel like um, It's interesting because they have the Two of Cups, which would be like emotionally involved, and then the other person like mentally involved, right? And then there's the Six of Cups. And the Six of Cups does tell us about, you know, three and three. Normally it's the nostalgia card, which tells us, it's about memories, it's about the past, and that type of thing. Also can mean if it's someone from the past as well. So I kind of feel like um, it's almost like how someone can be mentally cheating, emotionally cheating, that type of thing, and not cheating, but they're involved, like in someone else. There's like this uh, other person, but I feel like it's not like uh, as involved as we think it is. It's like how someone can. Um, I'm trying to think of the word, stimulate us mentally or in a different way. Yeah, because you have the Six of Swords too. So, so you've got both the Two of Cups and the Six of Cups, and the Two of Swords and the Six of Swords. So six is all about movement. So there's movement in thought, movement in emotion in both of those, and so they're both. There's these two sides of things here. So tell me, is there should Mickey be concerned about the other individual? Hmm. So we got the Ten of Swords and the Devil card, which does show that these are all those expectations. There's all this, stuff that's bound you together, and this Devil card shows how you're trapped here too. I almost feel like there's this energy between the both of you that just feels so constrictive and bound uh and tied together. There's like just so much, you know, in these particular cards. These aren't the regular energy of the cards either. It's just picking up like you're just so stuck. Like, do you both feel stuck? Do you both feel like you're trapped to this wheel, this cycle that never ends? Because you do have the Knight of Cups, which is about movement of your emotion, and the Three of Pentacles about staying true to you, staying true to your authentic path and to yourself. And so I feel like, you're in pursuit. That Knight of Cups, all knights are questing after something, and you're questing after the Ace of Cups, this higher love, this true love, this that you're not going to find in the outside world anyway. But there's this nudge for you to stay true to your authentic self, to where you're at. So, um, there's another person that's involved in their life, but I feel like one is emotional and one is mental. And so if you'll know this, it's like, are you the one that it doesn't feel emotional anymore, and you feel like you are the more the supposed to, should, and we're in a relationship together, but you don't feel the passion, you don't feel the bond? Is it just like, we're not as intimate as we were, we're not doing the same things and all this stuff? you know we're the mental one. If you're the mental one, then they are have an emotional one somewhere else. So they're not giving me the but they're giving me enough for you there. I think, for you to know what is going on there. So uh, in either case, hang in there. I know their relationships are not the easiest ride in this theme park, but we learn a lot about ourselves through them, for sure. All right. Thank you guys again so much for your patience as I work through the list here. All right. So, Bree, rental, property, or personal house? Okay. So they are guiding me to this Tarot of the Magical Forest. So let's take a look here. I am doing well. I'm excited. It's been a week of going live every single day. And I tell you, it's like a muscle, right? The more you work out, it's just, I just love the energy that's growing. Last night, I was so giddy. I almost had to warn people, be careful what you ask. They're being sassy tonight. So I do love all this beautiful energy that's coming in. All right, Bree. So we're going to pull two cards. One will be the rental property. The other one will be the personal house. So they, because as I've been saying, there's no shoulds in the spirit world. There's could. Could I buy a rental property? Absolutely. Could I buy a personal house? Absolutely. Which is uh, for your highest experience? So they'll tell us first your rental experience and then your personal house experience. Okay. So rental, you do have the Two of Cups here in the rental, which is all about the power of choice, emotional choice in between the two. And they're telling me that if you buy a rental, what a wonderful opportunity in classroom to learn emotional choice because you will have so much fun interactions with your renters and repairing and making sure things get taken care of. And when someone leaves and doesn't pay the rent, and you have to do um, this is the kind of energy around a rental property that's coming in. Personal house, you have the Queen of Swords sitting on your own throne, balancing heart and mind. What's the other one here? And the Lover's card. Again, both of these represent emotional choices. Two of Cups, of course, is the minor arcana, and the major arcana is a more life altering type of thing. The Two of Cups is more of a like a chapters in a book, whereas when you get a major arcana, it's like a new book. So it's like rental property feels, different for you there, but I really, I really, I mean, those are the energies they wanted you to know there. But can I get clarity around the rental property? A little more information on there. Yeah, so it's kind of what I was talking about. It is a new opportunity that you hadn't had before, but you have the Queen of Cups here too, which is look at her look. What are you doing? But same both of those rabbits. They all just like they're like, oh my god. But I feel like you trust your gut and trust your intuition on the rental property. I feel like you know already in your heart what you want and what you don't want, but you're afraid you're going to make a wrong choice. But you can't make a wrong choice. That's what those. That's okay. That's why both of those power of choices came in there of your emotions. You get to decide what a situation means, right? So it's like, what do you feel in your heart of hearts? What do you want in your heart? And you know what it is. And so you're like, yeah, I don't want that. I want this. And you really know. You're just like in your mind thinking, okay, what if, and this, and this, and this, like get out of your mind, right? I think that's been the message around this whole process. Get out of your mind. And even the Queen of Swords on the other one is balance your heart with your mind with your heart. Make sure you are doing what you want in your heart, because if you choose strictly out of logic, it's not going to fill up your heart. You're going to be like, eh. So follow your heart. Do what makes your heart sing, right? So that's what I feel. For you there, Bree. Good luck on your journey of home purchasing. All right. All right. Just going down the list here. All right. So, Ja, I think is how you pronounce that. And you were wanting to know, did Alicia Libra love you and her feelings for you? Okay. Let's take a look here. We do want to go to the tarot of the wild unknown. And then Ons Farhati, if I mispronounced that, you'll be next. All right. Hey, Marie Jones, welcome, welcome. Hey, Vara Rai. I definitely mispronounced names, so my apologies. So I'll keep on going down the list here. Just those that I mentioned, you'll be up next. So, did Alicia Libra love you? And what are her feelings for you? All right. Whoa, okay. All right. So I wondered what all this was about. I'm like, well, so what is the answer? And then they gave me the final card is the answer, but they have other information that they want for you here. So there we go. So this is the Tower card. This is about things being removed out of your life for you in order to make room for things to come into your life. And sorry, I got distracted. So everyone that comes into the chat room, I haven't said this in a little bit. I go in order of how the comments were made in the chat room. So once you've asked a question, you don't have to ask it a bunch of other times. I will get to it in order. I appreciate your patience as I do move through there. So just know that I go in order. I'm at BJA, and if you look in the chat, you'll see where I'm at, and you'll see where you're at in the order going down there. So I appreciate your patience as I scroll down there. So I just don't want you to keep thinking maybe I've forgotten you. If you are afterwards, then that's where I will get to eventually here. So appreciate you. So sorry, back to you, Bob. There. So I feel like with this Alicia, that there's going to be this removal out of your life to make room for what you're really wanting, because what came next is the Nine of Cups, which is the wish fulfillment card. And I feel like Alicia was being removed. This is being removed out of your life to make room for what you are really wishing for. Because right now, I kind of feel like you're in this cocooning stage. This is the Eight of Swords, which has you, there's these thoughts and these expectations of what you're expecting out of yourself, out of life, out of relationships that's keeping you trapped, keeping you in a cocoon. Because not only do you have this hanging upside down, you also have the Hanged Man, which is hanging upside down, seeing things from a higher perspective. So you're in this holding pattern, um, as you're understanding more and more and more about what you want in life and who you are and what the world is and what it means to you, because that's what the wish fulfillment comes through. Because you also have the Eight of Pentacles. So in addition to the Eight of Swords, you have the Eight of Pentacles, which this is about you moving up and moving into a different place in your outside world. So I feel there's movement coming in there. And with those swords too, you also have the Ace of Swords, which is all about you obtaining higher understanding and information about what you want in life. So you're seeking these capital T truths, these higher truths, which these help you cut away these thoughts and beliefs. This is actually the Ace of Swords up here that you're hanging from. So you are in this place of understanding and the so the relationship with Alicia wouldn't be um, bringing you what you need, but the situation with what's happening now and with her being removed is bringing these mirrors to you. They're bringing this understanding to you because you have the Six of Cups, and I feel like this is where you're doing a lot of your inner work because the Six of Cups is the nostalgia card. It's the memory card, and it's about you going back and understanding the emotions that are rippling out in your life. Where did they come from? What is going on? There's a lot of subconscious emotion that's bouncing around underneath there in the lower worlds. That is why like Alicia and other people come in as messengers, uh, echoing these emotions from early in your life that have not been resolved yet. And these messengers are going to keep coming, bringing that same emotion until we go back and look at it. So I feel like this is what is going on with you right now. It's this push and this, um, kind of pointing to this inner work because you're in that cocoon, you're hanging upside down with the hangman. They're all pointing you back to looking at those things because until that happens, you won't be able to allow anyone to love you more than to the extent that you love yourself, and you can't love others more than to the extent that you love yourself. And so if you love yourself this much is going to drip down, and that's as much as going to go out. And so they have you in this holding pattern doing that because your self love is expanding and it's growing up, getting bigger. So they're, basically saying that what Alicia feels about you is a mute point. It's the mirror that you're seeing that they want you to understand right now in your life. So that is their message for you right now. Um, I'm going to keep on going down here, and we have Ons Farhati. I love that name. And you want to ask if you will get the job you applied for or not. So let's take a look here. We're going to pull a card here from the Radiant Rider Waite. And let's take a look and see what we have going on there. And then next up will be Vara Rai. Yes. Okay, so will you get the job that you applied for? You got the Six of Cups. Oops. The Six of Cups and the Tower. And I feel like if this is a type of job that you've applied for before, it's saying no because you're being removed. This belief about the type of job that you need to have is changing. They're removing it because there's something else that's better because you do have the Queen of Wands. And I feel like this is telling you that there's something that's more uh, up your that excites you because the Queen of Wands is fire energy and the wand is passion, and the cat also here tells you that your heart, like what is going to make your heart sing, what is going to make you more excited. And I kind of feel like this other job isn't as exciting or in alignment with who you are and how you can express your energy and your skills, and that there's something else better that's coming your way because that tower is keeping you from getting into a position that would keep you from having something that's more in alignment with what your talents are and what you can do. So I feel like for that one, no, but there is something else out there. So keep your eyes open because there's something more in alignment for you there. All right. All right. So we are to Vara Ray, and you want to know Dharma's current feelings and intentions towards you. Will he marry you? All right, very good. So Pisces and Cancer, water, water. Uh-oh. Emotions, right? So let's take a look. I don't want to use these. Okay, they do want to use the Spirit Song Tarot. Okay. So let's take a look here. What are Dharma's current feelings and intentions towards you? Okay, anything else? All right. And then Marie Jones, you will be next. So you've got the King of Wands here, which is the King of Acorns in this deck. This is very fiery energy here. Okay. So the King of Acorns, and I'll show you the other two cards here in a sec, but the King of Acorns with the other two cards is basically that, it's pointing them to themselves. It's their energy. It's what they're doing with their life and what's going on. And they've got this Three of Acorns here, which the Three of Acorns is the Three of Wands, which is about they're having this change in the direction of where they're investing their energy in their life. So they've had information, they've had things happen in their life, whatever it may be, something has changed where instead of going this direction, they're headed a different direction. And there is this Nine of Feathers, which is normally the Nine of Swords, which is this prickliness, which the Nine of Swords is normally like insomnia and the nightmare card. It's that there's all these expectations, these thoughts, all these things that they feel that they have to do, that they have to accomplish. And so when you're asking their current feelings and intentions towards you, I feel like they're switching, that they're like overwhelmed with, like, they're losing sleep and they are having crazy dreams because they've got so much on their minds that they are just totally focused on themselves. They're totally focused on their own energy and what's going on with them. And, that Three of Wands shows that they're making these decisions, making these altering these things because of what, is in their head and what is going on with everything in their life. So, um, I kind of feel like that's their feelings towards you. Let me see. Let me ask that specific question here. Okay. Yeah. So it's the chariot is the power of choice, and it's like they're behind the wheel. Usually there's someone, on a chariot with two horses and they're standing there. And I feel like they're undecided in what they're doing, what their feelings are, what their intentions, what it is. They're like in this pivotal point right now in their life that they have this indecision that's there, and they're just kind of in this holding pattern. Um, See if anything else, any other clarity that you are able to give us. Yeah, got the 10 of shells, which is the 10 of cups. So, it's emotional fulfillment and overflowing emotion, but it also is the ending, a new beginning of emotions. And I just kind of feel like they're in this place of just so much going on. It's like they're flooded with emotion, they're flooded with thought, they're flooded with these things in their life that they're just trying to get things under control, trying to determine what they want to do next. And right now they have no idea. And I'm like, wow, okay. Which I understand. We all go through that point in our life where we feel like we're smacked by a tsunami of energy and events, and you're just kind of bewildered, just trying to, if you ever been like in an ocean and you have your back to the ocean for a moment, you don't realize there's this wave that comes up and slams you down, and you're like spinning around as I spit on my screen here. Um, and you're just all over the place, and you're disoriented, and you're trying to understand where you are and what's going on in your life. And I kind of feel like that's where they are right now, currently. So not a whole lot of specific clarity for you, but it's kind of like, you know, in this holding pattern, like they don't know. And so that's what they want you to know right now. So sorry I didn't get more detail there for you. I know I always want to get all the gritty details so we can know, but sometimes they're like, just this is what's going on, and we get to decide what we want to do with that in that moment. So all right. So, Marie, you are next. And then after that will be Cambria. So thank you for liking and subscribing. And thank you for the reminder. If anyone, if you haven't hit that thumbs up button and liked the video, I really appreciate if you do so. It does help my channel and helps my other videos get out to other people and spread the Zen love. And so I appreciate that if you consider doing that. All right, Marie. So what's next for your partner and you? Let's take a look. Feel like we want to go to the wild unknown, see what they want here. All right. So what's next for you and your partner, Marie? What would you like Marie to know? Okay. Anything else? Okay. So I do give you 3 cards here. Oh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So you've got the 10 of Cups here, which for your reading is look at all this abundance, all this love, all this beautiful emotion that's coming in. Because you also have the Sun of Cups, which the Sun of Cups is the Knight of Cups. So it's the bringing of this beautiful chalice of unconditional love. So a lot of great emotional movement that is happening in your life. And for me, it's this positive energy that's coming in, just like this overflow of beautiful, beautiful love. And that chalice is also like this, you become this holy grail where the love flows in, fills you up, and overflows out into the world. And so I kind of feel like this is these emotions. You guys are just feeling this wonderful love inside because you also have the daughter of wands. And the daughter of wands is the page of wands in the standard tarot, which is a new level of energy, too, a new level of creativity and just drive, ambition, motivation. So there's some fire that's coming into your relationship too. So I feel like there's just this heightened bond and love and excitement and energy that's expanding and coming into your guys' relationship. So let's take a look here. See what else they would like us to know about this. Then you have the Father of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, which is all about abundance, abundance, abundance coming in. So definitely there is this very positive energy coming into your relationship, just on the emotional, the energetic, the physical, the outside world. It's just a very, very positive energy that's coming in. This page of wands, does say that there's the spark into something. So especially with this Aries full moon tomorrow, there's a lot of fiery energy out there. But if you're sparked into a new project, a new endeavor, a new level of your relationship, or doing something, I feel like there's this spark to do something within your relationship that's going to be beneficial to you both, beneficial to your emotions too. So I feel like it's really positive. Whatever it is that is coming, it is for the benefit of you both, and it brings you both joy. It brings you both feelings of wholeness and completeness in the outside world, and a spark of energy coming in too. So I love that for you, Marie, whatever this may be. All right. And I've almost been on here 3 hours, guys. So I'm only going to go for about 12 more minutes. If I don't get to you on this one, I am going to be back at 5 p.m. Mountain Time on Instagram. Also back here on YouTube at 8 p.m. Mountain Time. So if I can't get through to everyone, my apologies. I do need to balance. Otherwise, I'll be exhausted, and all your messages will be, you know, not fun ones. No, I'm just kidding. That's not how it works. Only will be able to do so much. So I appreciate it. All right, Cambria. Thank you for liking and subscribing. You want to know, will you be able to enjoy your birthday next week? And you're mainly concerned about finances. Okay, well, let's take a look here. We'll look at the radiant rider weight, and see here. All right. Okay. Excuse me. So you got the Queen of Swords, which the Queen of Swords is about balancing your heart and your mind. And you have the Devil card here too, which don't forget about this. This just means that your definitions and the the Queen has the Ace of Swords here too, which is about you connecting to higher knowledge and higher understanding. The Devil card is like Capricorn energy. It's the Saturn energy, where I feel like next week is a big aha learning moments for you. But it's balancing heart and mind, and it's understanding whatever is unfolding next week, that it is for you, and that your approach to it, if you keep this balance of heart and mind, that yeah, you'll be able to enjoy your birthday. I just feel like it's not going to be, that Devil card shows us what is, making us feel trapped and bound, and we have these ideas of how it has to be in order for me to enjoy it. And that Ace of Swords too allows you to cut away your old thoughts and your expectations about things. So I feel like if you have a list of this is what has to happen for me to enjoy it, right? Fire, the hellfire. But if you're like, you know what? I'm just not going to have any expectations. I'm just going to purpose. I'm going to enjoy it no matter what happens. You're going to have a blast, and you're going to realize I don't need all those things I thought I needed to have fun. I can have fun anywhere and doing whatever I want with whoever I want. And it's like letting go of all these chains that are binding you, and this role of this is what has to happen, that it will free things up for you, and that you can really enjoy it that way. So I feel like the finances, it's like letting go of the expectation around that too. Let me see if they have anything else to add about that real quick. So anything specific about the finances? Whoa. Yeah, it says walk away from those emotions and things that no longer serve you, because they're leaving to go to the Nine of Cups, which is the wish fulfillment card. So it's like leave behind those emotions that no longer serve you. Leave behind all this stuff that no longer serves you. Like the finances attached to the birthday weekend, to the enjoyment, they're just like, it doesn't need to be what you think it has to be in order for you to enjoy your birthday week. I don't have anything else that they are wanting to add, that they want you to focus on your beliefs around it, that changes things for you. All right. And Keisha, you want to know, will someone come into your life? Let's take a look here. And or when. Hey, Faja. I'm actually only going to be on for about 7 more minutes, because I've almost been on 3 hours, and I need to go get some nourishment and prepare for my 5 o'clock going on Instagram. So I probably won't be able to get to you yet. So if you want to catch me then, or I'll be back here tomorrow, also at 10 a.m. Mountain and 7 p.m. tomorrow night as well. All right. So will someone come into your life? They'll probably more likely answer that one than the when, but we'll of course ask if they can give us anything about when. Hmm. So they got you focusing on you for a while here, Keisha. Sorry. Nine of Pentacles is about you being alone in the garden, finding your wholeness and your completeness from within. You always have spirit with you, but it's a beautiful experience. Look how finely adorned she is, and they also have the snail down here, which is all about it's slow moving, but they're pushing you back to focusing in on your inner self and your worth into your inner world, because that's preparing you for any kind of other relationship for the future. Because they want you to find your wholeness and your completeness and your that there, and then that changes the type of individual that you bring in. Yeah, because they said normally this is what would end up. It's all the battle of the wills, the battle of this is the way I think should be, that my expectations and your expectations, you know, you may uh, they have this like you may win the battles, but you lose the war. It's like, this is what I want. And they're like, okay, fine, that's what you want. And then, uh, you know, it ends up not working out. So it's like you're really working on finding your wholeness where you have less expectations on the outside. And then uh, also it makes it where you're able to bring in individuals. Because if you have this, everything has to be this way and this type of person, it makes it very difficult. They're like, that person is on back ordered for 100 years. There's all these other things out here. And the more we let expectations go, and we find it within ourselves, the more interactions we have, with love in the outside world, because we don't have so many things that are listed around it. All right. So I know that isn't exactly probably what we wanted to hear, but it's perfect for right now, right? All right. Hey, perfect love. Okay, beautiful, beautiful. So that was a question. Let me just make sure I didn't want to bypass you there if that was something you were wanting me to look here. All right. So, Rockstar, excuse me, you want to know, should you reach out to your father? Kind of want to go to this Revelations tarot for that. Hey, Leo, thank you for being new here and welcome. I'm actually only going to be on here for about another couple minutes. I won't be able to get down to where you're at, but I will be back on Instagram at 5 p.m. Mountain tonight, back here at 8 p.m. Mountain, back, and also tomorrow morning, 10 a.m., tomorrow night, 7 p.m. So if you can catch me at one of those times, then I'll be happy to pull cards for you then. I just been on for 3 hours, and I have to, be kind to my human body, or it'll get mad at me. All right, Rockstar, let's take a look here. Advice from Spirit, should you reach out to your father? Okay. So you have the Queen of Swords, and this is balancing heart and mind, and the Ace of Swords, the sword suit can mean communication. You have the Knight of Pentacles. Pentacles is your outside world, and the Knight, is this, you know, um, slowest moving of the nights, of course, because it's the outside night and the outside world. And so I feel like the communication with the outside world is balance your heart and your mind, and take your time. It's almost like a just wait a little bit, take your time in reaching out. Um, but I feel like it is movement in the outside world. And I kind of feel like you'll know the right time. Just balance your mind and your heart, and you'll know, okay, this is when. So I feel like that it's a yes, but they're like, just take your time with it. Don't rush in the communication, and you'll know when it's time to reach out. So, okay. All righty. And I'm so sorry. I see there's so many more questions, and I wish I had the energy of a superpower, bunny, but I'm not able to get through all those anymore. Again, thank you guys all for being here and for trusting me to communicate to the upper realms for you guys and bring those messages of love. It really is my honor, and I am so appreciative of it. As I mentioned, I will be back 5 p.m. On Instagram. So if you're not over there, I will be back on YouTube at 8 p.m. tonight, and then a couple hours tomorrow. All those times are listed in the description box of this video if you want to check those out. So thank you guys again. I appreciate your love. If you haven't given the video a like, I really appreciate you doing that. I will be back around. Hang in there. Also, I have a ton of videos out in playlists like pick a cards, and also weekly energy updates by each individual zodiac sign and monthly. So if you want to go over there and see if any of those draw you to you, you can actually find messages from spirit there too, of course, because they're all from spirit. So if you're drawn to any of those, check that out, because they just said, hey, refer them to that. So if you want to check that out, you might find answers to your questions too. If not, I'll be back at those times. Much, much love to you all. And just know, as you're going throughout each and every second of every day of your life, that you are unconditionally loved by the creator of all things. And of course, I love you too. Till we meet again, you guys hang in there, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.